Before we even start this class, I want you to stop and ask yourself a simple question. What would it take for me to actually go out tomorrow and play a full concert as saxophone player? Most of you right now are probably thinking, I don't have the technique yet, I need years of study before I can be a pro, or even I don't know if I'm good enough to make money with music. I am here to break that myth today. Because listen, being a professional saxophonist doesn't mean you are the fastest player, or that you can play every advanced stud in the world. Being a professional means you are prepared to give a concert. You have the minimal tools ready and you can convert your practice into real opportunity and income. That's what this class is about. I'm going to show you the 6 minimum things you must have before you decide to become a saxophone player, a pro saxophone player. And here's the meta part. As I go through these 6 things, you will realize you already know where you are strong and where you still need to grow. By the end of this class, you have a clear roadmap. You will know exactly what to practice, what to prepare, and how to transform your saxophone playing from just a passion into something you can take on stage and, yes, get paid for. So grab your notes, because if you have ever dreamed of being more than just a player, this is your moment. So number one, you have to build your set list. What it means? Building a set list. So usually a concert, an average concert, has 2 hours. Think about it. Each hours we have approximately 15 songs. Okay, so if 1 hour is 15 songs, usually a concert has 2 sets of 45 minutes. Okay, let's consider 30 songs. Okay, so 30 songs, you have enough song for one concert. And how to build it? 30 songs. Can you choose all the songs you want? Not exactly. Because usually in the concert you are offering something, some propose, not all kinds of songs. Have to be aligned with some style. For example, you can play 30 songs of jazz, classic jazz, Frank Sinatra, the standards of jazz. You know, if you like jazz, you can build, start now building at least 30 songs of jazz, classical jazz. Or if you like more pop songs, but what kind of pop? Because pop is so abrangent. So usually could be upbeat songs from the 80s, 80s, 90s, the top hit songs until recent songs. Okay, upbeat. So upbeat songs from the 80s to modern songs. Or you can choose, for example, 30 songs of one specific musician. For example, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson has a lot of songs. You can easily find 30 songs of Michael Jackson. It's hard. It's not all the artists uh, has 30 songs, but for example, Michael Jackson, Beatles, tribute. You can offer some tribute. Okay, so also what you can do. Christmas is essentially, yes. We have a lot of Christmas event, a lot of Christmas event. Usually, for Christmas event, we need one set of Christmas and then another set with could be classic songs from different age. For example, 80s. We can mix depending of the audience. If the average age is average audience was born in 80s, you can create a set list for No, 80s usually people was born in 80 listen 90s, no, but 80s is very very common. Everybody likes music from the 80s, right? So it's a nice tip. You can develop a set list of songs from 80s. It's very good. I use a lot in my I have a lot of set lists. I personally I have a lot of songs. I play thousands of songs, and these thousands of songs could be uh, spread through, for example, Italian songs, French songs, Brazilian songs, Latin songs, 80 songs, 50 songs, 60 songs. I have Beatles songs. I have a lot, especially, for example, when I'm performing cruise ship or yacht, where I have to perform every day for over 4 hours. We are not talking about now about 2 hours. We are talking about 4 hours. For example, usually in cruise ship, I have to perform every day without day off. 4 or 5 hours per day without day off. So I can't play the same 5 hours of songs. So I need calculate here. 1 hour is 15, 2 hours 30, 3 hours 45, 4 hours 60. So it is 75 songs average per day. For example, in a cruise ship, to avoid repeat songs, okay, we can repeat the most requested songs, but not all the songs, so we have to try to multiply. It's 75 per 5. Yes, to perform in a cruise ship we need a lot, but now we are talking about the minimum you need to become a pro. The minimum is, for the first things is develop your set list. Okay, so start building your set list if you don't have already. Think about it, even if you are starting now, or if you are still think about starting playing the saxophone. Have it in mind. Starting now, think what kind of songs you want to develop. Okay, you can don't mind if you like it or no. Being a pro, we also have to transcend what we like or no. Okay, so just a tip, for example, a lot of songs I'm playing today is not songs I usually listen, but people have a lot of fun. I have a lot of requests, so I can learn how to enjoy, how to have fun with it. Because, for example, here in the UK, people call, for example, Ibiza style is a kind of pop house. In UK, people call Ibiza style. People in another country don't call it Ibiza style. Here, people say Ibiza style. It's like improvisation through a DJ or a playlist of a pop house. I just start playing this kind of songs because people request me. So now I can play hours and hours and hours of these songs, doubling with the melody and also improvise. Improvise is something that I can tell you because something I have to include soon. But the first thing is develop your set list. Start now. Think about different styles and play at least 30 songs of different styles for now. Okay, let's go to the second thing you need to become a pro saxophone player. Now the number 2 is transposing to all keys. Okay, what it means, if you don't know what it means, transpose to all the keys. For example, if you are playing a song in C major, you have to be able to play the songs also in C sharp major, D major, D sharp major, E, okay, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. You have to be able to play in how many keys we have? 13. We have 13. Between one note, one octave, and the other, we have semitones, which is semitones, 13 semitones between one C to another C, to a higher C. We don't have just 7, we have semitones. I'm talking about semitones. So we have to be able to play all the songs you have in your set list. In your set list, you have to be able to play in all the 13 keys. And how to do it? Okay, for it you have to know how to play the scales. You have to know what's the key of the song you are already playing. In your set list, you are playing a songs, for example, in A major. Okay, and how can you transpose it? If you have a routine to play scales, all the scales, I I I talk about it in others videos, and I can record in the future and even more video because it's very important to develop mechanic skills. Okay, but now we are talking about generally what you need. Uh, so if you practice scales, all the scales, C major, G major, D major, if you have a routine to play every day, it should be easier for you. Okay, for example, let's give an example. For example, a song called very well known songs, for example, Fly Me to the Moon. Okay, I'm playing in C. Agora, now let's try another C. Okay, and it was another key. And we can try in all the keys. How you can do it? You can do it practicing, just practicing scale and playing the songs. If you know play the song by memory, it's much easier for you. Okay, so it's a one tip for you. Try to play in starting with all the keys. Okay, for example, you starting playing Fly Me to the Moon. Just example, you don't necessarily have to play Fly Me to the Moon. Okay, Fly to the Moon is so popular. You can play it. Okay, you can. But in which kind of, okay, remember the first thing. Which kind of set list can you include it? Maybe jazz, no? So you can for example starting B, then starting A. It's another thing you need. Why you need it? For example, if you are playing even backing track, sometime you have a backing track in different keys. You have to be ready to do it. Or if you are playing with a band, and this band don't play in, for example, most of the musician don't play this song. For example, you are meeting each other because remember it's professional. So you are playing with a drummer you never saw before, a guitar player you never saw before. So we have to agree which key. So which key we have to do it fast? Which key is the best? Okay, I'm okay. If you are okay with all the keys, it's much better. For sure, you will be asked again to play it. Okay. So consider it, develop all the songs you usually play. It's very important for you to know play these songs in all the 13 keys. Okay, got it? Take a note. Let's go to the part 3. The third thing you need to become a saxophone player pro. Now, the third thing you need to become a pro saxophone player. It is improvising, solos and variation. What it means, solos and variation, and how can we do it? I'm not going to explain here. There's the specific details to how to do it. I'm just giving you a roadmap to you understand what you need. In others video, I can do it. Already I have already some videos here on my channel explaining. You can check there. And see how to do it. Also in my online course, I explain. In my online course, I have a lot of support about it because my online course is about being creative on saxophone. So it's all about expression, creative language. So, but now you have to know that improvisation and variation is very important for recording, or also, for example, if you are playing with a band, you have to create some introduction, some intro, and also in a moment, for example, when the singer stop, if you are playing in a band with a singer, it should be instrumental, okay, but have a moment when the main melody stop and we have a space for solos. And these solos, this space here, you can play an improvisation, you can create phrases in the same harmony, in the same rhythm, or you can play the main melody with a small variation. Because of it, I'm considering these third things: improvisation and variation. What it means, for example, you can play the main melody, but with just a small variation, ornament. For example, when people can understand which melody is it, but variations. Okay, for example, let's check here. Okay, for example, I have neighbors here. Let me just try to play low, as low, low possible. Okay, to don't disturb. Sorry for that, but I want to explain you what I need, what we need. For example, can do again as example, "Fly Me to the Moon." That's the melody. Okay, now variation. You can still see the main melody, but with variation. We can do a new variation. You know, we we can be creative, but don't forget to use the same time. If the melody is use the same time. You have to finish the same time. You have to maintain the rhythm and without the notes of the harmony. Another video I talk about harmonies. Okay, so and what should be a solo? A solo, you can still use you must use the harmony in the same rhythmic space, but creating something. You use like use the chords and the rhythm like a template, and you can create a new solos. Can you see? I use the same harmony but a new melody. If I just play this song, people can't understand that it is "Fly Me to the Moon." Maybe you can know because I told you. But mainly improvisation is it. You use the chords and the rhythm as a template to build your melody. Okay, just remember in another video I talk more about it. Now I'm just giving you the roadmap. Just another tip: you don't have to create something very complex or difficult. You can create something simple, because the professionally, what works better is when people can remember the main melody. For example, the intro and the end also of the Careless Whisper, very well-known songs, uh, because of the saxophone solo. Why it's beautiful? Because it's easy, has a metric. It's symmetric, so it's nice to think about symmetry. The symmetry should be very interesting. The symmetry of the when you are building your solo, you have to think about symmetry. Okay, let's go to the thing 4. So maybe you can understand even more about what I'm telling you now. So the part 4 is counterpoint, and call and response. It's a kind of improvisation. As I told you before, improvisation solo and variation, counterpoint and call and response are something that you have to do in the middle of the for example, if you have a singer, and you are playing a band, for example, and have a phrase, you have to do some phrase. For example, when finish the phrase is like a response, you know. For example, uh, Let It Be of Beatles. Okay, how can I do it? It's a kind of counterpoint, you know. It's the end of the song. It's one example I can give you, you know. Uh, for example, one another song we can work on is another. For example, the winner take it all, ABBA. You know, do not take your da 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 ba da 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 da. So we can create this variation, but in a smaller space, you know. It's called counterpoint, and also call and response. It's another thing you can work on it. One tip to do it is like use a playlist if you have some. If you use some platform to listen music, build a playlist there and start practicing. You can listen the singer and create something in the middle. But to do it, you have to. It's important to know already how to play the song. It's easier. It's easier. If you don't have already enough techniques to improvisation, etc., it's interesting to start creating the counterpoint and the call and the response, because it's a kind of improvisation, you know. Or then you can create your own and use it like a standard in your own concert. For example, if you found some counterpoint interesting, you can use always in your life the same counterpoint. Okay. Now let's go to the part 5. Let's go to the part 5. The part 5 to how on the way to become a pro saxophone player. Part 5 is tone and sound control. It means you have to be able to control the intensity of your sound. Should be stronger, or you know, you have to play soft, loud. It's because sometimes you have to adapt in different places. For example, if you are playing in a small place where it requires silence, for example, some kind of song is impossible to play very soft, because for example, I live here in a flat, I can't play here because even playing soft, everything can vibrate here, and the wall are very tight, very, you know, very thin, so everybody can listen here because of the material, acoustic material, vibrate everything. So tenor saxophone is very hard. But if I am playing on a place, on a place in a space outdoor, but even I need to play soft, we have to control your intensity. And for example, if you, for some reasons, your microphone is not working, but you are still able to play, uh, people can still listen you. You have to play louder. How can you do it? Okay, you have to play loud. Depending of the contest, you can't play without microphone, but sometimes you can use the microphone. But if you don't have, you have to improvise. Uh, but because you are pro, so pro have to find ways to do it. Sometimes impossible. What I do, for example, personally in a contest, for example, I don't have more mic. One day, some people asked me to perform in an event, and it was not clear if the DJ had input for my microphone. I asked the customer, make sure please if the DJ has input for my microphone there. Arriving there, he didn't have. What I did, okay, let me do something. I can go around and play to each person. So it becomes something strange because only people near me was able to hear. So it becomes something different on the place. Was not everyone able to hear my saxophone, just who was near. But even in this context, they were recording myself. They were recording myself because I was happy. People was having fun. Record, yeah, saxophone player was able. Near was a. I mean, it wasn't a disco. Busy place. Just 4 or 5 people was able to hear. Can you see? It was very loud place. Completely opposite. Just 5 people. If I play saxophone here, all my neighbors can listen, and I can receive even penalties for it, even playing softer. In the other context, it was the opposite. So we have, but even there was playing loud. In the G school, moving around, I was necessary to play loud. Loud. That's it. Okay, it's something that you have to consider also. Let's go to the sixth and the last one. Now, sixth and the last, rhythm and timing. It's very important. You can't lose. You can't. You must play in the rhythm and the timing. What means if you are professional but don't play in the rhythm? So you have to practice a lot. So if you are a beginner, consider starting playing with metronome. In other video, I talk about metronome. Starting playing note by note using metronome and the click. You have to prepare yourself, your mindset, to understand that music is math. You have to count every time. Some songs are quaternary. Tum, 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 tum. 1, 2, 3, 4. What means quaternary? Remember when I told you to create symmetry? Most of the pop songs are quaternary. What it means? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try to work it one in the careless whisper. For and then repeat the first. Pa 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 pararara, para pararara parara, parara pa 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 pa, para pa do, pam parara, pam para da da, tara pa da tira da, para pa pa parara, pararara. Can you see just that part? Can you see the symmetry? 2 times. So that symmetry is very important. You have to bring it for all your life. The beauty is symmetry. The concept of beauty is considered what about the symmetry. something unconscient for us. Human being like the symmetry. I don't know why. We can go deep into on philosophy, but it's music. We can understand that symmetry works. It's a kind of hypnosis, but music is about rhythm and time. So you have always to think about rhythm and time. So never forget rhythm. Music is rhythm. Music is rhythm, especially when everywhere. Okay, so consider it, and those are my tips. 6 things you need your roadmap to become a saxophone pro. Let's just review fast. Uh, just review fast. First thing was build your set list. Build your set list. Okay, 15 songs per hour. Think about 2 hours, 30 songs at least. Organizing styles. 2, transposing to all the keys. So playing the songs you have on your set list, playing in different songs. Starting, if you are playing a song starting in A, play the song starting all the notes. Okay, in your saxophone, all 13. To be able to play in different keys. 3, improvising solos and variations. Be able to create solos, your own solos, like using music as a template to create your own phrase, or and variation of the same melody, small variation. And then 4, counterpoint and call and response. You can practice listening a set list, especially the songs you already know. If you don't have a lot of skills for improvisation, if you are still developing your if you are still practicing for the first weeks scales, etc. Okay. 5, tone and sound control. You have to be able to control your sound, even soft or loud, to adapt in different contexts, be able to adapt in different contexts, understand the limits of the instrument, the limits of the space, acoustic. It's all about acoustic. You have to understand acoustic. And then rhythm and timing, one of the most precious things you need, it's all about timing, even the sound, what means the frequency, the sound. For example, when I'm playing saxophone, what's the higher frequency? It's the time. How, for example, when I'm playing here, the reeds move. There's a vibration. This vibration come here. And how high it is. For example, if I'm playing G, this G, and another G, it's the double of frequency. So it's G. If you want, I don't know exactly the number, but if you want the frequency, the hertz is, I don't know exactly now. I can use a frequency to measure it, but I don't know now by memory. Let's think maybe 480. Okay, 480. The other G will be for the double, 480 twice. Okay, it will be a 9. Let me see if I'm good in traditional math. 900, 900, 960. That's okay. 900, 960. Yeah, that's it. The double. It's all about rhythm. So it's vibrating the speed twice. The speed of the reed vibrating is twice. If one is vibrating like that, to the other, and the sound is made through it. Just another example. But mainly you have to play on the time, practicing time, metronome, playing with even back at rugby, always careful and think about the beauty of the symmetry. Okay, I hope this video can help you, and you can have now a nice view and think about, if you are thinking about become a saxophone pro. You don't have necessary to be saxophone pro. You can play for your family, friends, and also fun. Okay, so thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this video was helpful for you, and leave me some question if you want to know something more. Okay, see you in another video. Thank you.